You know, it's like Hans is saying, it's simpler than we think. We think we have to learn all this stuff, learn how to be a great conversationalist, learn how to be funny, learn how to be cool, learn confidence, learn how to get out of bed and have a great state. And all you really have to do is strip it away, back to what you believe, back to what you used to believe. You know, we see people at a party. We see like a bunch of people, and they're standing over there, and the guys are all cool, and they're all wearing nice clothes, and they're all shiny teeth, and they're all laughing. The girls are all around them, ha-ha, laughing. We see this, and we think, oh, I want to be like those guys, and I'm here with my buddies drinking beer. And here's it, we think those people are cool, and we're not. And here's what's really happening. In that group of people over there, the guys are all cool, and the girls are all cool. The guy is saying something, and go, oh, why did I say that? In his head. I'm an idiot, why did I say that? And the women are going, oh, I hope it doesn't come too close, my breath is not fresh right now. And we don't see that. We think it's only us. We think it's only us. And you know, the way I say it is, if you could see yourself, think of this, when you go out of this room tonight, when you go into the evening, wherever you're going to be, if you could see yourself the way others see you, you would be amazed. If you could see yourself the way others see you, you'd be, wow, are you serious? Well, like, that's not so bad. Because you have the worst image of yourself of anybody on earth. And we're all thinking, okay, it's only me that has this self-talk and like this doubt and this hesitation, and everybody else has got confidence and cool. You're never going to wake up in the morning, guys, and ta-da, you're that guy. No. You're always going to have the little voice saying, you know what, you suck. You can't draw very well. You can't sing very well. You can't. You have nothing to say to women. You know, all the other guys are cool. You're always going to have that voice, and all you can do is recover away from it. All you can do is shake hands and say, okay, yeah, I hear you, and it's not helping me. Doing something else. You know, I was reading in a magazine interview about Eric Clapton, a great guitar player. Been playing for 40 years. And I saw an interview, and he said in the interview, he said, you know, I've been playing guitar for 40 years on stage, and every time I'm about to go onto the stage, every time, just before I go out there with my guitar, I get this twinge in here, this little kind of feeling in my stomach. And he says, and you know what I think? What's in my mind before I go out there? I'm thinking, how can they not see that I'm faking the whole thing? How can they not see it, that I'm not really that great of a guitar? And he really has that feeling. And he has it as well for 40 years. But he goes out and he does it anyway. He does it anyway. And in the same magazine, there was an interview with Megan Fox. She's in the black-haired movie star. She's all pretty girl. And everybody, all the guys think she's this beautiful girl. And she said this in the interview. She said, you know, I look in the mirror and I see myself, and she says, I got great hair. My hair's always good. So that's good. And my eyes are good. I have good eyes. The rest of me, I can't stand to look at it. That's what she said. It's not just you. We all feel that way. If only I had this and only that, and if only I was richer, and if only I was taller, and if only I had all these things. But it's the way it is. All you can do in this world, gentlemen and women, is to show up. Woody Allen said, 90% of success is just showing up. Just arriving. As men, we stand around with our beer like this, and we watch the girls go by, and we're with our buddy, and oh, wow, girls are hot. And we go home. And the women put on their little short skirts and their little necklaces and stuff, and they're dancing in a circle like this, and they're looking around. And everybody stays apart. Because we're too afraid that if we go over there, we'll have nothing to say. And everybody's lonely. I hear it in the world everywhere I go. I talk to women everywhere I go. And the women say to me, where are the real men? I hear it in every city. Where are the real men who do not apologize for being men? We go up to a girl and we say, well, hey, it was nice to talk to you. Would you like to hang out sometime? Which is a terrible phrase in English. They say hang out. They should be dead. They should be killed with that phrase. Hang out? What does that mean? Do you like the girl or not? Hang out sometime. We say, well, you know, it's really nice to meet you. Would you like to get coffee? And she says, oh, you're so sweet, but I have a boyfriend. And what do we do? Okay, yeah, I knew it. I suck. No matter what she says, she could say, oh, you're so sweet, but I just got engaged yesterday. Okay. we still go, I knew it, I suck, I wish I was taller or something. I'm not funny enough. We always are blaming ourselves. But you know, it's like the idea of just, we're trying to measure our success in this world by the response we get from somebody else. If I see this girl and I get up my nerve, I have some beers, my buddies push me into it, and I talk to her and she gives me a phone number, I have success. That was success. I got a result. Or she smiles at me or whatever, or she goes home with me, or she marries me or whatever. I get some kind of measurement of success. But we say this, all you should do to measure your success in this world, in anything, is did you show up and do your job as a man? That's it. Did you stand over here with your buddy and see that girl and say, and walk over and say, you know what, I'm a little nervous. It's not a bad thing to say to women. I'm a little nervous, but I saw you in your yellow dress and I want to say hi and you look really pretty to me. No matter what she says in return, she might turn away from you. She might say, get lost. She might smile at you, she might give you a phone. No matter what she says though, you already succeeded as a man because you did your job, which is what 99% of the men are not doing. They're standing there with their beer and wishing they had this girl. You are doing your job as a man, saying, you know, okay, I see you, you say you have a boyfriend, I understand, I did my job as a man. That's right, I showed up. That's all you have to do. In all the world, there's these dating coaches who are doing boot camps and workshops, and they take a couple guys and they say, okay, so you go out to a bar and say, okay, go talk to that set, those girls. And they push them into set. And the guy goes, hi, goes back. And then they push him, now go talk to that girl, go talk to that girl, go talk. And by the end of the night, they had a girl that smiled at them, they had a bunch of girls that, what do you want? And you get all kinds of responses, but they did something. They talked to 25 girls that night, which they've never done in their life. That's the secret of all these workshops and boot camps, guys. It's not that they teach you how to say something interesting or give you a line that you can use. It gets you out of your house, out of your comfort zone, talking to women. It gets you to the line of women, and you're forced to stand there and talk to women. You can do it yourself. If any guy here went and said, tonight I'm going to go talk to 25 women and just say hi, you look nice. That's it. Your life would change. It's as simple as that. They show up. Yes, you're nervous, of course. Yes, you have nothing to say. You're there. Hi, I'm here anyway. Women have told us all over the world that it is endearing to them. They find it attractive when a man is a little nervous, but he's there anyway. You see? We're trying to... we've lost the concept of our polarity. I talked about earlier, we have this feminist movement. Of our strength as men. We don't have it. We're either apologetic, oh, I'm sorry. We do this. We're talking to this girl and we say, well, would like to get coffee? And she says, oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean you. I didn't know you had a boyfriend. I didn't mean. We're apologizing because she has a boyfriend. I didn't mean anything by it? Of course we did. I'm a man, you're a woman. You have a boyfriend, I respect it. But boy, I sure showed up here. Of course, I'm going to own it. We've lost something in this world. It's certainly in the West and in the North. Now here in Bucharest, maybe it's a little bit different dynamic, but I tell you, in the West of Europe, in the West of North America, the men are apologizing to wimps. And leads without controlling, without demanding, without manipulating, it's a soft, but it's definitely a leading quality that men do not have anymore. And it's very respectful. And you watch it, and the women are following to see it is incredible, because the men have their hands high, confident high like this. And the women are right here in there with him, and their eyes are closed. And they're feeling it, they're just feeling it. They don't even know the guy. For 3 minutes, that woman is yours. That's the way it is. And for 3 minutes, that man holds your dreams. That's the way it goes. It is the strongest thing I can say. If you want to see how a man should experience a woman, is right there. It's beautiful. It's leading, but it's not grabbing. It's not pulling. It's not, hey, you either do this or you get out. And the women are so feminine. I'll tell you, there's a great life-giving energy in this. So, I don't know, it's like, when I'm talking to the universities, I was saying earlier, it's that kind of thing that we need to capture, because if you can capture that and always live your life around this kind of principle, that there's such a thing as a tango, there's such a thing as beauty in women. The If you can see beauty in women, they become beautiful to you. And I guarantee that. If you see women as all, catty and manipulative and bitchy, well, that's the way they are. That's right. But if you see them as alive and beautiful and you're curious about them, well, that's who they become. Because they're that already. I was when we were in Texas, we were making a film. Hans and I lived in Texas for 3 months in Austin. We were making a film there. And the film guy said to us one night, he said, well, let's go to a strip club, a dance club. And we're like, okay. And they said, yeah, we go there all the time. So we know the place a little bit, let's go there. And I hadn't been to a strip club in many, many years, and he's never been to one. We're like, naked girls, okay, we've seen it. Okay, we'll go. So we went to the strip club, this big club, and all these girls were dancing around trying to get, to buy a private dance. I don't know if it's the same here, but they get you to be nice to you and get you to try and go to a private room to get a private dance. And so the girls are walking by us, smiling at us and talking to us a bit. And this one girl, this Mexican girl, pretty girl, came up, and she started to talk to me. And I turned to her and I said, her name was Gabrielle. I said, Gabrielle, you're very sweet, and I know you're working. I know you're just paying your rent. I respect that, full respect. But you're not going to get any money from me. And so you should probably maybe go talk to that table or that one, because we're just sitting here enjoying our friends, and I'm not going to give you any money. And that girl sat down beside me and talked to me for half an hour to an hour. Sat down beside me. She told me her whole life, because I'm very curious about women. And she told me her whole life that how she was abused by men, betrayed by men, abandoned by men, completely used and abused, and in a very bad way. And she has a great, strong mistrust for men. And she knows how to work it. She knows how to take from men. She knows how to get money out of them. She knows how to get them to believe that she's in love with them. All this kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there listening to her whole story, Gabriella. And I said, Gabriella, I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm looking at you. I see a woman here. Okay? And I know that you've had all this bad things happen to you, abandoned, betrayed, all this kind of stuff. I know. Men do this. You mistrust men. I understand. I hear you. I'm hearing your words.
The message they
but not here. Not here.
I'm Hans Coman. I was born in Belgium, and a couple of years ago I'm a soccer player. I was a soccer player in Belgium. Not a really good one, semi-professional, and I was teaching philosophy at the University of Brussels. And one day I met Zan 3 years ago through a mutual friend, and we started talking, and we started talking about Arja Marata, and we started developing that message, and instantly I saw how important it was. And since then I've just abandoned everything. I've abandoned my house, I've abandoned my I didn't have a car, so my clothes, my TV, my career, and because I thought it was really, really important to spread the message. And so we've been traveling Carry On for 3 years now together, just spreading this message for free everywhere in the world. And we go from city to city where we're invited. We go, and where the wind takes us, we go, and we spread the Arja Marata message. And what I want to do is in a couple of minutes just tell you what the core of that message is. It's a message about connecting. It's not a message about picking up, as many people think maybe, or even hope. So it's not about picking up girls. It's a message for both men and women, because we talk to women's groups. We were just in Curacao, we had 58 women. A group like this coming to our talk, and it's a little bit different if you talk to women than if you talk to men. But it's the same message. It's the same message, and it's a message about how do we truly connect, because we see that in our hyper-connected world we have internet, and we have Facebook, and we have telephones, and we have iPhones, and that it seems harder and harder for people to make a real lasting connection, to feel that someone is sitting across from you who maybe not understands you, but is willing to understand you. And it's everybody we hear, it's both men and women. They want that. They want a real connection. If you go underneath all the layers of socially conditioned rhetoric, underneath the layers of horniness, underneath the layers of whatever we think we have to do with our lives, both men and women, they want exactly the same thing. They want to be authentic, and they want to be loved for that. We all want it. And somehow we're not giving our authentic self to each other, which is shocking to us. Because everywhere we go, we see the same issue that people are playing games. Everywhere people are playing games, men and women are playing games, and the rules of the game are different than in Oslo than they are in Bucharest or in Mexico. But everywhere people are playing games, and everywhere people are tired of it. Everywhere people are saying, I wish we didn't have to play the game because it's so tiring. And so this is what we talk about. I'll give you a scenario. This happens all the time. You have a boy and a girl, or a man and a woman, and they like each other. They completely like each other. And ideally, if they were just to be authentic and present themselves 100%, they would instantly connect because they already like each other. But what do we do? Imagine this. You can see it all the time in a bar. A guy sees a girl. You can feel that they like each other. But instead of the guy going over and telling to the girl, I saw you sitting over there and I was with my friends and I'm here to say hello. I like you. Instead of saying that, the guy is either too afraid or acts aloof. Instead of saying, wow, you look fantastic, he goes, what's up? Tries to be cool, tries to be aloof, tries to show that he has options because he thinks, oh, this is a beautiful girl and I like her, so I cannot be myself. I have to be someone else, someone that she could like, because I cannot possibly be good enough, right? And he plays a game, and she plays a game. She may give his phone number, or she may act a little bit more bitchy, because she thinks, well, I cannot show him that I'm too available. He's playing a game, I can play a game, I can play the game much better. Because women can play the game a lot better than us. They have a lot more experience. And so she may still give the phone number out. And the guy wants to call her, but he says, no, I have to wait. I have to wait 3 days to call her. And so he calls her back, and she knows that he's playing the game. She plays along. And they go dating, for example. And the dating scene, it almost looks like the guy is almost applying for the role of the boyfriend. And she's sitting across from him, and she's like, and it's like a job interview almost. And remember, they like each other. They like each other already, and now we have this interview going on when they already like each other, and just being themselves would make them instantly connect. These two people may end up together. They may have a relationship. They may end up in a marriage. And you see in so many marriages that this game becomes even a war, where people are fighting with each other and trying to use any means possible to get devotion from the other person. So we withhold sex, or we will argue very forcefully, or we will not give ourselves 100%. This is what's happening. We give ourselves 50%, and we try to get a little bit more from the other. We try to get 60 or 70 so we can give a little bit more. All right? And we try to fight our way towards 100%. Where remember, we already liked each other. And if you were just to give yourself 100% from the first moment, you would instantly connect. You would not lose all the time, and not the drama, and not the wars, and not the. So it's shocking to us to see that all the time, and it's shocking to us. And so we ask ourselves, why do we do this? Why do we not give ourselves 100% with the risk of being hurt, with the risk of being rejected? And I think the main reason is that we think deep down. We think that we're not good enough. We think that our authentic self cannot be good enough. And we're here to tell, or the Ajamarata message is exactly that, is saying your authentic self not only is good enough, it is the only thing that is attractive about you. If you remember when you were a little child, I remember when I was a little child and I was in school and the teacher says, who can sing? Me! I'm the best. And I thought it was the best thing in the world. And it was the same with girls. The girls were running around and I was running after them and trying to give them kisses. And it's only... It never works. It's only after, like, I remember the teacher putting me in the back of the choir because she said I was not a good singer. And then I started thinking, well, maybe I'm not a good singer. And it's only when the mom of that girl that I was chasing after and giving her kisses on her red bonnet, she told me, Hans, you cannot do that I thought, well, maybe that's not right. And so with time, and we're told that maybe we're not good enough, and we start thinking we're not good enough. Maybe other children are better singers. Maybe I should not give that part of me to the world. And so we start to hold back. We start to think we're not good enough, and so We're not going to give 100%. You can see, for example, if you think of a joke, when you're a child, I remember it too, you think of a joke, you tell the joke. You never think, oh, I shouldn't tell it. But with time, we're all at a place right now that sometimes we're thinking, oh, that's funny, but I don't think I'm going to tell that joke. I don't think they're going to laugh. And so we hold back. We hold back, and it's a shocking thing, because your authentic self is the very thing that would make you attractive to the other sex, to the women or to the men. Zan tells this story, and I think it's really a really good one. Imagine you have 4 guys here, right? And you're together. They're together. They're gonna go out here in Bucharest last week, for example, Friday, and they're sitting at your place, and they're having drinks, they're having beers, and they're jumping on the couch, and they're telling fart jokes, and they're talking about women, and they're just being men. Not once, they're your friends, right? Not once are they thinking, oh, I shouldn't tell that joke, or not, whatever, right? And they're waiting for him to come along, and that evening they're all gonna go out, they're gonna go clubbing tonight, right? And so they're waiting for him, and he comes, 9:30 he comes there, and what they did not know is he has a beautiful girl with him. He has it's Maria from his job. She just moved to Bucharest, and she's new at the job, and she wants to know people. She says, can I come along? We go, oh, a beautiful girl. How do I have to present myself? How do I have to be? What do I do? So instead of, we get off the couch, instead of jumping and continuing whatever we're doing, we go to the girl, hey, hello, yeah. And we try to be cool. We try to be cool, and as Zan says, what is shocking about the whole thing is that the very thing that she would be attracted to the most, we just suppressed. The very thing that she would like the most in you, we just stopped. So what we're teaching is not something like you have to add something, you have to be more storytelling, you have to be more funny. No, you have to stop trying to be someone else. You have to stop hiding yourself. Just continue the way you are. Just continue to be that boy who knew that he could sing, who loved girls and was running after them, who was jumping on the couch and telling jokes. So that is the core of our message. It's not really teaching. It's just a message. It's just giving people the green light to continue to be who they really are, to show their 100%, show themselves 100% to the world. Because we're not blaming men, and we're not blaming women for the situation that we're in. We're blaming each one, each of you, if you're perpetuating the game. Because each one of you has the power to stop it. Each one has the power to say, I know in other relationships you've been playing games, we're not going to do this here. Let's not play games. And each one, both men and women, can do this. And so that is the only thing we're saying. The only thing we're saying, and we say it with great urgency. We say it with great urgency because, like Zan says, your relationships and the memories you make with the people you love and the people who love you will be the only thing that you will remember. It will be. We have dedicated our lives to it. We have a carry-on suitcase, and we've got written of our accounts and whatever, so we can pursue only that. And we're not saying you have to do that. We're not saying go and travel. We're never talking about lifestyle. But we sure believe that we should apply some of our work ethic, the ethic that we use to go to our jobs every day, to work long hours, so we can have money, so we can buy stuff, so we can impress people we don't really love, to use some of that ethic to our relationships, because it's the only thing that will really matter when you're older and you look back in your life. You're never going to remember the car you were driving. You're never going to remember the raise you got. You're going to remember the moments that you were with a beautiful girl or an incredible man, and that you had a great conversation, or that you had an incredible trip to some place. Or those memories will be the thing that you will remember. So we speak the urgency of that. We speak the urgency of seeking what you really want in your relationships, and to share it with each other. To share it with each other. And that's